Mind Garden. This was the card that came flying out of the deck when I unboxed a brand new deck that I purchased called Mystic Sisters, and it's such a beautiful deck. I'm really enjoying using it. The backs are absolutely beautiful, but Mind Garden, and it's, you know, slipping out of my hands here, but what I heard when this card came jumping out, before I even read what it was, I heard as above, so below, okay? And, you know, the downloaded messages that I got was about, you know, controlling your thoughts, paying attention to your thoughts. And when I actually went to record this video, it was 4:44 on the clock. So I would say that, you know, you really are being protected and guided by, you know, your guides, by the universe, God, source, you know, whatever it is that you believe in. You are being guided at this time and protected. Okay, some of you may be going through a death and rebirth process, right? You're going through a transformation. Not surprised, as you know, Saturn has gone into retrograde. So Saturn's all about, you know, the lessons and rules and things like that. So anything, and I'll actually do a separate video on that because there's so much information in regards to that. But, you know, karma being played out, you know, things finally being made right. You know, it's kind of like this is the time, and now as Saturn went into retrograde, that if there are lessons to be learned, like this is kind of that final push to, you know, learn these things, close out old cycles, release things that don't serve you, you know, and reaping, you know, the karma, hopefully good, you know, for what it is that you have been doing. So this is kind of like, you know, wrapping that up. But also we have the 888 portal, right? The Lion's Gate. So 8-8, but it's year 26. So an 8 year, right? So 888. So very potent when it comes to manifesting. And I believe that that's why this card came flying out, and I heard as above, so below. So what are you, what are your thoughts? What are you growing? Okay. Is it death in your thoughts, or is it growth in your thoughts? I just heard, and I am going to read from the book because it's absolutely beautiful what is written here. So we're going to go into it. Oh, and before I do that, actually, you guys, we're just going to bring in some cleansing energy. All right. So I've already cleansed my space. And I'm just going to say a little prayer. Thank you. It is done. It is done. And so it is. All right, my loves. So just to make sure that we are all protected. Mind Garden. All right. So personal empowerment, conscientiousness. And you guys, it took me a couple of days actually to do this reading because I didn't have any time. And not that I have time right now, but I'm going away and won't be able to do this. And, you know, Spirit just wouldn't leave me alone. So that somebody needs to hear this message. Okay. A personal empowerment, conscientiousness. The image of the card, or of this card, symbolizes how the mind is similar to a garden, in that all thoughts are seeds. If the thoughts are beautiful and positive, the fruit produced will be nourishing and delightful. When dark and negative thoughts are allowed to dominate the mind, they can be likened to weeds crowding out our healthy thoughts, and they will produce foul fruit. Drawing this card reminds you to pay close attention to what seeds of thought you are planting and allowing to flourish in your mind garden. Recurring negative weed thoughts should be recognized and pulled so that they do not choke out your benevolent thoughts that bear life-giving fruits. Conscientiousness and careful tending are required. That is absolutely beautiful, you guys. Okay, so pay attention to what you're thinking. When we are using tarot, you know, tarot is just a tool. I use it as a tool and teach to use it as a tool for manifesting, okay? So this is not meant, you know, to be a prediction, but it is, you know, to give you that probable outcome based on, you know, what's in your subconscious mind and the energy that you're in. And that's what's coming out in the tarot. That's what readers read, is your energy, right? So pay attention to what you're thinking. And, you know, when I started this video, I don't know if I said this, but it was 4:44 on the clock. So I do believe that you are being guided and protected at this time as well. So, all right, my loves. let's get into the reading. I have already pre-shuffled the tarot deck, but I have not pre-shuffled this one, so I'll go ahead and do that. And of course, you guys, if you didn't notice, my nails have, I don't know if you can see, but they have little, you know, bumblebees on them, and I absolutely love bees. So of course, I had to use my bee deck. This is also a deck that I use in the summertime, and it is summer right now, and I'm recording this on August 1st, and interestingly enough, this is kind of, you know, bee season as well. So, all right, messages and guidance for the collective. Messages and guidance for the collective. And you guys, I know I haven't been consistent with readings. A lot's going on, you know, behind the scenes, and I finally got a perfect setup for me to be able to do my videos like this. That will make it so much easier for me to do it, because before it would take so much, you know, kind of rearranging things and work and effort, and it was kind of, you know, stressful. So bottom of the deck, friendship. So you could be connecting with, I just heard like-minded people. Okay, so new friendships, you know, maybe on the horizon. And then we have the full moon, and I'm also getting that some of you could be releasing friendships as well. You know, maybe like I said, Saturn going retrograde, that cycle has completed. You might be receiving a message, you know, from a friend. There could be communication with friends, a new friend, right? And again, this is, you know, the mind. So friends, you know, and I just heard like-minded people. Okay, so for some of you, definitely death was at the top of the deck. So definitely for some of you, there could be communication, you know, in regards to putting an end to a relationship or some sort of connection, partnership. For others of you, I just heard going in a different direction, maybe, you know, or this could be, you know, connecting with people, transforming people, like-minded people that are going through transformation process as well. And also I'm hearing that you might actually be getting clarity in regards to ending some sort of connection or friendship. That was a lot. Okay. So that's what we have there. All right, so let's get into the tarot, bottom of the deck, because I already did shuffle it, as I said. Yeah, we have the Three of Wands. So this is looking at, you know, into the future. Princess of Pentacles. For me, this is my student card, but it's also planting the seeds. So you, at this time, may be planting seeds for your future, but looking ahead and manifesting, looking ahead as if you've already got it. And know that the seeds that you have been planting or are planting right now will come to fruition. Your ships are coming in. They're just a little bit further out, but they're on the horizon. All right, my loves. So, and then we have the Hierophant, and then we have Three of Pentacles. For some of you, you could be signing contracts in regards to work. This also could be in regards to, you know, partnering up, teamwork, working with others, collaborating. This could be in regards to spirituality, you know, working in a spiritual business possibly, but also this could be commitment as well. This is like my marriage card and commitment card. So it could be that. So for some of you, that is what you're manifesting and creating. So let's go ahead and see what Spirit has for you here. All right, my loves. So, all right. In Spirit, we're not going to go too in depth here. Right. Oh, wow. Okay. And I just heard double-minded. Yeah. Sabotaging. Okay. Strength. 10 of Wands. 6 of Jars. And 4 of Swords. All right, my loves. So, yeah. Let's just clarify. That was too many cards, Spirit. I just want to clarify the outcome, because it is not a card we would typically expect. Okay. Oh, I just heard let go of any connections that take away from you. And that could be in any regard. Okay. All right. Yep. And you will reap the rewards. Okay. So center reverse red, we have the Prince of Swords. So this is a taking action, but this is also, you know, fast communication coming in, or communication, you know, leaving. Sorry guys about the light. I don't know how to get this so that it doesn't, you know, shine on the cards like that. Hopefully it is, focusing on the cards. But this could be, you know, you being in action mode. I just heard what we're aware of is a 9 of Jars. So a lot of you really are, you know, in this place of fulfillment, possibly. For some of you, this is also my drinking card. So you could be dealing with addictions or dealing with somebody with addictions. This could be friendship, like I said, or a partnership. What we're not aware of is the Tower. So this could be, you know, this is structures crumbling down, things that no longer serve you, or this could be some sort of sudden, you know, epiphany, awakening, aha moment. This also could be change, right? Sudden change. Okay. In the recent past, we have a justice. So there was something that was not just. Somebody got stung. So something was not just here in the recent past. And there's going to be a Tower moment. And Towers can be good, you guys. Even if it feels like it's not good, that is what propels change as well. That's what creates transformation. Okay, so like I said, it could be about drinking. But a lot of you are really kind of focused on your fulfillment, on what makes you happy, on what brings you joy. Okay, your advice is 8 of Pentacles. Master your craft, put in the work. Right now is a time for us to put in the work. We also have, I forget if it's the new moon in Virgo, you know, and lots has been happening, or maybe it's the eclipses in Virgo. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but lots is happening in Virgo, and Virgo is all about structure and discipline and, you know, kind of putting in the work, right? Paying attention to the details. Okay, so if you're manifesting and creating, doing that, if there are things that you need to work on, okay, now is the time to do that. Remember I said about Saturn being in retrograde, so any kind of lessons or any kind of work you need to finish, doing the inner work, any, you know, anything to do with loss, pain, grief, you know, attachment styles, inner child healing, you know, the list goes on, right? So putting in the work, or this could actually be in regards to your work. So working on that. Your potential outcome was the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles is lack mentality, being left out in the cold, possibly losing something. Okay, when I clarify that, we have the, what is this? The High Priestess, the Temperance card, and the 2 of Pentacles. So Temperance is all about balance. So is 2 of Pentacles. But what I heard is this is subconscious. Whatever this is, this lack is subconscious right now. So sorry guys, I gotta find a way, you know, to set up the light so it works a little better. But this is your subconscious. Maybe if I turn that off. Now it's too dark. Okay, so this is in your subconscious, whatever this is, and that's what I wanted to clarify. And, you know, this is talking about balance and harmony, patience as well, I just heard, and also flexibility and balance. Okay, so needing to balance something out. And also with a Temperance, I'm hearing healing. So needing to heal something in your subconscious because it's out of balance. Okay, so needing to, you know, balance things out. And with that card, I also heard juggling, right? And being double-minded. So going back and forth as well, if it's in regards to anything, if there's indecision or if you're juggling too many things, this can, you know, make you step into this kind of state of lack, right? For some of you, it does have to do with a partnership connection, or it could actually be about work. And then we have 2 of Wands and 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so it's saying, you know, choose a path. This is choose a path. There is no wrong turn. There's no wrong path. It will all lead you. I mean, it might be a longer path, a windy path, but it's still going to lead you to the same place. In 7 of Pentacles, you are going to reap the rewards. That actually was the final card. But what I was getting is this juggling or the double-mindedness is actually causing, you know, that needs to be let go of. You're holding on to something too tightly that needs to be let go of. For some of you, this is a secret or possibly deception. You know, this could also have to do with self-sabotage. Okay, and illusions was the word that I was hearing. Okay, so there could be some sort of illusions or something, some sort of deception in your mindset that you need to let go of. I'm hearing belief systems. Okay, and then things are going to turn around in your, you know, stability, partnership, whatever this is, home possibly. Okay, with the 4 of Wands here and the Wheel of Fortune. So things are going to shift and change once you do that, but you might need to work with other people to be able to help you with this. as well, but this is also talking about being committed and putting in the work. All right, my loves. So that's what I have there. I am going to clarify that tower underneath the surface, what we're not aware of. We also have the strength in the 10 of Wands. So you are going to have the strength and courage to overcome, you know, whatever burdens I just heard for some of you could be burnt out and losing, you know, a lot of strength as well. We also have the 6 of Jars, 4 of Swords. So you are healing the past. For some of you, this is strength to heal any burdens from the past. Some of you, this could have to do with a father figure, okay, or emperor, divine masculine, a masculine in your life. And for others of you, this is talking about you taking authority and power over your life. This is what I talk about all the time when it comes to manifesting. You have the power in your hands. And it's so interesting because before I chose the B deck, just because of my nails and it's summer, I actually was going to choose, you know, one of my Wizard of Oz decks, which I will use probably for that Saturn reading, but it is such a beautiful deck. Anyway, so let's dive a little further here. Sorry, I put that back in the deck. I don't want to. Spirit, I want to clarify the tower to finish this off. Clarify the tower. Tower. What is the tower about? What's this tower? Is it a good tower, a bad tower? What's the tower? Why is the tower hidden? Tower. Why is the tower hidden? King of Wands wanted to come out. So I just heard, you know, breaking down of the ego. Yeah, breaking down of the ego. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this could have had to do with, you know, possibly Capricorn sign, but Queen of Pentacles in reverse. What I'm getting with this is breaking down of possibly you're not nurturing yourself. It could be not having stability in your life. It could be, and I heard this is going to be for one or two of you, not all of you, but somebody may have taken your, you know, stability away, like taken money away from you. This could have been like a divorce or something like that. But whatever this is, and not nurturing yourself, not having the stability and the success in your life, you know, material success, right? Material stability. For some of you, could have to do with, you know, a mother figure. This cycle is being completed. It's coming to a close. Something is wrapping up here is what I'm hearing. 6 of Pentacles. It could have been, remember we saw the Justice card in the past, so it could have been something that was unfair. You know, things were not balanced, breadcrumbing, people taking from you, you know, somebody overgiving, whatever this is. If the tower hasn't happened, it will happen, because this cycle needs to end of possibly not nurturing yourself. And for some of you, I'm hearing, if this has to do with attachment styles, this is talking about maybe you are somebody who's an overgiver and not giving to yourself, okay, and that cycle has to come to an end. If it hasn't already, this is what is going to, you know, there's going to be some sort of sudden change. So an epiphany, something's going to break down. It's going to force that to happen. Okay. So death of the ego is what I heard. Okay. So breaking down of the ego. And I heard if you are dealing with somebody that is kind of, you know, player energy, you know, somebody who's, you know, very passionate, you know, possibly avoidant if you're dealing with that, that this person is going to be quite shocked to see that now you are finally giving to yourself. Okay, no longer over giving to others and depleting you, you know, and now it's giving to yourself. But also what I'm getting is reciprocity here. So you might be shocked, you know, if you're going to deal with somebody in the future possibly, or this is in regards to, you know, anything materially like work, finances, you know, a home, things like that, that reciprocity is here. Whatever cycle you are in, it is coming to an end. It is completing. And Spirit, let's just clarify what's 8 of Pentacles as advice. 8 of Pentacles as advice. Yep. That's what I thought. That's what we started with that card. Yep. Oh, okay. Being stuck, needing to make a decision. You're not stuck. Need to work on making a decision. Could be in regards to love, but the Lover's card is also the decision card. So it is making a decision. Okay. Yeah, just deciding, making a decision and getting out of your head. You are not stuck. Work on that. Work on getting unstuck. Make the decision to work on getting unstuck and put in that work and effort, hard work and effort, okay? Princess of Pentacles, you need to put the work into either learning about something in regards to this, or this is planting your seeds for what you're trying to create. And it is in your mind because of the Princess of Swords, okay? So this is new ideas, curiosity, right? New inspiration. Some of you, curiosity to learn more, learn about something that you're working on or trying to master your craft. This could be literally, both of these are like student cards. Some of you could be actually putting work into going back to school, learning something, right? Maybe it's just mastering your craft, right? Just practice, you know, getting curious, learning new information, right? And I just heard cultivating something. Yeah, and then bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. Yeah, so cultivating something. Definitely, this is about manifesting. A lot of you, this is, you know, putting in the work to manifest and cultivate what it is that you want to create, okay? Master your craft. Some of you, this is in regards to creativity, but a lot of you, this has to do with communication as well. So some sort of communication. But know that you have all the tools that you need, okay, to be able to create whatever it is that you are, you know, working on. Underneath that, we have the Nine of Wands. So that's talking about persevering. Okay, so keep going, persevere, do not give up. All right, my loves. So that's what I have there for you. And I just had a few more cards just to, you know, add to this reading. Another deck, super cute. It's a round deck. All right, let's see what Spirit has for you. And then we will close this out. This was way longer than I expected, but it's been a while. And when you haven't been recording, you kind of get out of practice, right? All right, messages and guidance for the collective. All right. Breath work. Some of you need to do breath work. All right, we have leisure, remain lighthearted. Leisure, remain lighthearted, okay? And the boots, what I'm hearing is, again, even in putting in the work, you know, all work and no play, right? So you want to make sure to be lighthearted, play, have fun, take some leisure time out. Then we have sneaky person, a person with a questionable moral compass. Some of you could be dealing with that right now. Be lighthearted with this person. Don't, you know, take things to heart. Don't take it personal. You know, pay attention. But what I'm hearing is kind of, you know, water off a duck's back, right? Don't let it, you know, bother you. Don't let it hook you. Zoom in. The answer is there if you look closer. So for some of you, if you are dealing with a sneaky person, you know, just take a look. Zoom in. Look a little bit closer into the situation. But not so seriously, okay? But the answer is there if you look closer. For others of you, whatever your question is, whatever you're trying to figure out or deal with, you have the answer. You just need to look a little closer. That actually came under leisure. So for some of you, you know, you might need to spend time, have fun, you know, be lighthearted, and then take a look at a situation. You know, it's kind of like get out of your environment. It really helps us to kind of clear our mind and get a different perspective. Underneath sneaky person, we got cut off, let go of what no longer serves you. Yeah. Okay, so we're going back to the very beginning with some of you are either going to receive a message or you are going to have clarity about ending some sort of relationship, friendship, possibly, that no longer serves you. All right, my love. So let's see if anything else comes out. Messages and guidance for the collective. Somebody needs to work with labradorite. So I'm just noticing my stone here. Spirit guided me to that. Yeah, and then we have slow and steady. Patience is key. So whatever you're working on, be patient. Whatever your situation is, be patient. And then thoughts. Cultivate your ideas, you guys. Plant the seeds. What did I say? Cultivate. I think I actually used that word. So planting the seeds and cultivate, manifest what it is that you are trying to create. Okay, so you have everything. And bottom of the deck, I just noticed, says success, gradual success with thoughtful actions. Notice the ladder, right? And I just heard it's worth the climb. I'm hearing that song. I forget who sings it, but it's worth the climb. Okay, it is worth the climb. You guys are going to have success and victory in whatever this is. Things are going to change because you did get the Wheel of Fortune and also the Tower card. And you know what? You guys, if you pay attention to other readers, the Tower has been coming out. This is a time for major transformation and change. Lots is going to be happening over this, month of August, especially. All right, my loves. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to do all the things like this video, comment down below, share my video and channel with others. I would truly appreciate it. It is the best way to help me to support my channel, to get Spirit's messages out there. Yeah. And again, thanks so much for being here, you guys. And if you're new here, welcome. If you've already been here, thank you. And subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so when I do post new videos, as I'm hoping to very, very soon. All right, my loves. So thanks so much, everybody. Happy new month. And I wish you all peace, love, and light. Until next time. Bye-bye.